Hey, what is going on guys, this is Tharshey and welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we're going to be doing a season overview and recap of season 3 on server 11 of Lord of the Rings Rise to War. So hope you guys do enjoy this video, and if you do, please do drop a like, comment and subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to turn on those post notifications. Anyway, before we get into it, I just want to say that channel memberships are now a thing, so if you guys do want to become a channel member, click that join button down below and become a channel member. Anyway, let's get straight into the video. So, Season 3, the first thing we're going to be discussing about Season 3 is resources and map location or map starting positions. Reason why I've combined these two is because they kind of go hand in hand. Depending on where your starting location is and where you move, that's going to depend on what resources you have access to, and as well as the amount of resources you have access to. So, in Season 3, what they did is they basically went for it's just a mass. Compared to seasons 1 and 2, there's just way less resources, and that's because the land that you start with is a lot less as well. For example, if we look at the map, right, so in season 1 and 2, Lothlorien starts with their capital Carisgalladon, they start with Rivendell, and they start with Elven King's Halls, which is, where's that? No, that's Erebor. Yeah, there we go, Elven King's Halls. But in season 3, instead of starting with all 3 of these starting positions, they only start with their capitals, so they only have Carisgalladon. I'm not sure what the spawning is like for season 3, like do they all just spawn in this tiny area and maybe 1 or 2 other areas, or do they still spawn through this entire thing? I'm not entirely sure. I came to Erebor for the season and I started in like Carnan Vale, and there was a bunch of guys in the Iron Hills and just a few other areas here, but it was very limited, and because of that we were all fighting for resources and for tiles. So like within the first day or two, all the 130s, all the 150s around me were taken. So in order for me to actually go and get resources, I had to push all the way over here to Central Mirkwood, and now I'm starting to get some resources down here by the Hill of Rune, etc. But compared to seasons 1 and 2, where you could pretty much just, like even a day or 2 in, or even 3 or 4 days in, you were still able to find MT 130s, MT 150s, MT 200s around you. Season 3 is just a resource scramble, and that has also led to a lot of infighting, betraying, and just like cutting people off from tiles, etc. But yeah, and the reason for there being so less resource start with is because the starting areas for each faction were also reduced. So the reduced starting area, that means that everyone is grouped up a lot more. Like if you just look at the map here, this is with all the people that have relocated and stuff, so these are kind of just the AFKs that are left. But if you look at all those blue spots, like just from my fellowship alone, these guys who haven't relocated yet, they're all really close to one another, and that's just because of how close everyone spawned. So yeah, it's because of that, like everyone spawned very close. There was a fight for all the closest tiles. Everyone grabbed as much as they could. They betrayed people, they betrayed friends. If someone was trying to path to a 130 or 150, they would just go and grab it, and it was just a lot of backstabbing and stuff like that was happening. So I mean, I'm sure the devs, what they probably meant to happen, like they wanted slower progression, I believe. So by making the start like much more clumped up and have fewer resources and stuff, they were obviously expecting people to develop a bit slower, which would probably extend the life of the server for a bit longer. But I mean, did that really happen? Not really. A lot of people just ended up complaining about the lack of resources and all of that. So yeah, that's pretty much all we're going to talk about for starting location and resources. So season 1 and 2, you have a much bigger area to start on and you have a lot more resources. Season 3, resources are much more limited. There's fewer tiles, everyone starts a lot closer, and therefore competition for the early tiles and stuff is a lot more fiercer, and because of that you have to relocate earlier to a new location to actually grab a lot of tiles for yourself. So what else did season 3 bring to us? Well, they brought a lot of other stuff. For one, they have the new Red Book event, which is pretty cool. So I don't think, or can I replay it? Yeah, I think you can. Basically, so you can choose to go easy or hard, and then just like how you did last time where you had to fight a bunch of armies and stuff, you do the same thing. This time you pick a character, pick an army from the troops you have available, and then you go and you fight. And each time you defeat a commander, you can pick one of its skills. It'll give you an option of 3 skills, you can pick one of that. And it just allows you to get your commanders really OP and stuff, and it's really fun to do. Like I was running Aowen with double nobility, so 21% damage for men and then another 21% damage for men. So that was pretty cool. It's like 42% bonus damage to men. I think I had her heal ability on twice as well, so she was healing twice per round, 30% HP and 30% HP, and it's just really cool. And the rewards are not too bad. So if you go with difficult, you get like 200 gems, you get 10 what are these called, the vouchers, and you also get Mather Medal, which is pretty cool. And besides just that, there's obviously like leveling up your structures and stuff like that, which is a nice thing to do. Like by leveling up a structure, you get different rewards and stuff. So for example, let's just look at our capital, which is leveled up to the max. So if we go over here, we enter and we see the structure bonus. So it gives us let's see, increases gold amount per levy by 800. We get, so at max upgrade defensive camp to level 5, so we have a level 5 defensive camp. We have +8 defense for dwarven units. We also have siege damage +8%, and we have, for every 10 mysterious springs occupied, we get an extra 100 stone production. So that's also a pretty cool feature. But yeah, overall for my season 3, so basically how it went was, so Erebor, we kind of allied with Gondor and Linden and stuff because the Varigs, or Varigs teamed up with Gundabad, and you can't, well, Gundabad kind of got wiped off the map now, they're only down here, but at one point they were crushing us. So it was Varigs and Gundabad, and they promised the ring to Rohan, so it was Rohan as well. And the three of them were just absolute powerhouses. At one point Erebor was fighting Gundabad, Varigs, Rohan, even some Mordor players at the same time, and we were getting absolutely like pushed back. Though we were holding, we made them fight. They couldn't get over some of our crossings and stuff. We just held them and held them and held them until Linden was able to come and help. So yeah, we had a pretty interesting season. Okay, now it's probably going to slow down a bit once we finish defeat them and we take the ring, but then we'll probably have like a PvP arena or something like that. But the slower start definitely hindered me from actually like fighting because of, you know, not having resources and stuff. I wasn't really, well, I was fighting PvP from very early on in the season, but I wasn't able to like really, you know, have more than one army at a time going out and fighting because I just didn't have the troops or the resources, and because of that my upgrades were also a lot slower. So it did slow down my production a bit, but overall wasn't too bad. But season 3, it's pretty good, though obviously a lot of the people that aren't, you know, a lot of the casual players would end up leaving and restarting in season 1 just because they can't compete against, like, you know, the strong heavy big spenders and stuff in the different factions. Though if you watch my video on how to beat a whale, then, you know, you should be pretty sorted out. But yeah, so that was most of season 3. Like, that was most of my impressions. Just like harder resources, you know, smaller starting area. Took me longer to get off the ground, though now once I've got off the ground it was a lot more fun. Some really nice changes as well, like being able to upgrade your your settlement and stuff and getting the rewards from that. That's pretty nice. Also, another thing that's cool is being able to unite factions. So like Linden and Erebor right now are united factions, and it's pretty cool because like their tiles are like, you know, purple, so like we're not accidentally gonna attack Linden. Like in previous seasons, if you, for example, if you Gondor and you ally with Rohan, you know, their tiles will still show up red. You could accidentally attack them and destroy them, and, you know, it could be a bit of chaos. But now, United Factions, I'm personally liking it quite a lot, so yeah, it's pretty cool. Anyway, I think that's pretty much all I wanted to discuss, really. Like, it's a season 3 overview slash recap, so which my personal server, I kind of gave you all a bit of the backstory there and what happened. And yeah, right now we're just pretty much cleaning up the leftovers of Vareg, Mordor, and Gundabad. And yeah, Angmar has still got a few players alive. I think they're fighting Arnor at the moment though, so yeah, Arnor is grabbing some land. Lothlorien has got a few pieces of land here now that we defeated Gundabad, so yeah. Anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and if you did, please do drop a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I know this was a bit of a, you know, a bit of a quicker video. It wasn't one of my usual commander build guides or something like that, but if you guys do like these, like, you know, just these overview videos or recap videos of my season and stuff, then, you know, let me know down below in the comment section, and I'll definitely do some more. So especially if you want to see like maybe see the capture of Dol Guldur, you know, see us taking it once it opens. Or is it opened already? I'm not sure, is it actually? No, it's not opened yet. What am I? Yeah, okay. Yeah, so Dol Guldur will open soon, and I could record a video on the opening. Or if you guys just want to see like weekly updates or the fighting arena once that's established, I can do that as well. Anyway, enough rambling. I'll see you guys in the next video.